Hi, I'm Ruben Cheddar with 24/7 Red Deer, here with Buck Buchanan, Wildrose candidate for Red Deer North. Buck, you ran for the PC nomination, which you ultimately lost, and now you're running as a candidate for the Wildrose Party. Why the switch?
Well, Ruben, the nomination was on the 21st, and the budget came out on the 26th. And when I saw, what was in the budget and how it affected Albertans, I was probably fortunate that I wasn't, because I probably would have quit anyway.
Would you consider this a floor crossing?
A floor crossing, it's definitely a switch. The Wildrose, I quite liked a lot of their policies in the past, and they've still got a lot of those policies. The policy that I really like that they have is what they call the 10 and 10 MSI, which is what affects municipalities. And sitting at the AUMA table, we've gone through it before, and I think it's a better deal for municipalities. So I don't consider it a floor crossing. I consider it just a change.
People are kind of concerned with the early election call. Took some political parties by surprise. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I think that there's it's what it has caused. I know that I've heard a variety of different figures as to the cost. From 13 million to 30 million, Ruben. But as I was at, like I said, meetings a couple of weeks ago in Edmonton, the mayor of Airdrie, a fellow by the name of Peter Brown, and the mayor of Cold Lake, a fellow by the name of Greg Copeland, they both, one was acclaimed and one was actually nominated. Their municipalities are, the people at the table on the councils are actually going to run for the mayor's job, and then the council positions are going to actually have to be backfilled. So you got kind of have by-election. So, had we stuck to what we, was the plan, we wouldn't have had, these things happening and, the upheaval that we're going to have.
How prepared is the Wildrose Party, they have a new leader now, Brian Jean, for this election?
I think they're very prepared. I mean, obviously it did catch, it was unexpected to a certain degree, but I think there was obviously that expectation that it was going to happen, and is there a need for it? I would suggest to you probably not, but, it's Mr. Prentice has decided that this is what's going to happen, and that's what's taking place.
What are some of the issues that you're hoping to address during this election, considering Red Deer North?
Well, I think, obviously there's so many issues, but I think, Alberta Health Services, I mean, that's, definitely one of the huge ones. Our education, there's going to be cuts made there. We've got issues with seniors. I was at a Council on Aging meeting last Wednesday, and they're very frustrated. We've got children in care issues. We've got so many issues. But like I said, I think probably the bigger ones are, the education and the healthcare.
How do we save for Alberta's future, and how do we diversify our economy?
Well, like I said, I mean, first off, we got to stop spending like we're drunken sailors. The Alberta Health Services budget is, I believe, upwards of 18 million, maybe more now, and a lot of that is, in senior administration. It's not frontline services. So I mean to make it so that we're getting kind of boots on the ground, if you will. I think we have to really take a look at at what we're doing. And that I think will, definitely help the economy.
What do you think makes you the best candidate for Red Deer North?
Well, I think that my experience. I mean, I'm 7.5 years sitting on City Council here in Red Deer. I've gone through 7 budgets at the city. Every year it's a learning experience, and it's I wouldn't suggest to you that it's getting easier, but I mean you certainly get a little bit more knowledgeable as to what processes are in place and what needs to happen. And I think that's hugely important. I mean, we got one of the candidates doesn't even live in Red Deer.
Is there anything that you would like to add?
I think I'm good, Ruben, unless you want to keep going.
There you have it. Buck Buchanan from the Wildrose Party running in the 2015 Alberta election.